For this video, we are also going to be looking at estimation, but we're going to be looking at it when it's written as a word problem. Now, when we're talking about estimation in word problems, a lot of the time, they will use the keyword about. When you see the word about in a word problem, you know they want you to estimate the answer. So let's look at this first example. Fred and Wilma went trick-or-treating together. Fred collected 463 pieces of candy. Wilma collected 327 pieces of candy. About how much candy did they collect all together? So we see the word about. We know they want us to estimate. And then we see the words all together. So we know they want us to add. All together means add. So let's take our first number, 463. 463. We need to round that number. So we're going to find the largest place value, which is the 4 in the hundreds place. Circle the digit, look to the right, and underline it. It's a 6. The 6 follows the rule 5 through 9, add 1 to the game. The 4 is now a 5. Everything to the right, which is only 2 digits, turn into zeros. And all the other digits stay the same, but there are no other digits. Okay, let's look at the second number that we have here, which is 327. Find the largest place value, circle the digit, look to the right and underline it. It's a 2. A 2 follows the rule 0 through 4. The circle digit stays the same, so the 3 is going to stay a 3. The 2 digits to the right turn into zeros. Now remember, we are adding these two numbers together. 500 plus 300, 0 plus 0, 0 plus 0 is 0, and then 5 plus 3 is 8. About how much candy did they collect altogether? They collected about 800 pieces of candy. Let's look at another one. Okay, this one says, Karen made 112 cupcakes for a wedding. The guests ate 78 of them. How many cupcakes did Karen have left? About how many cupcakes did Karen have left? So again, we see about. We know we have to round, okay, and have left lets us know that we should subtract. So let's start with the first number, 112. We need to round it. If we find the greatest place value, circle the digit, it's the 1. Look to the right and underline it. It is also a 1. A 1's going to follow the rule 0 through 4, the circle digit stays the same. The 1 is going to stay a 1. The 2 digits to the right turn into zeros. Okay, the next number we have is only a 2-digit number, 78. Okay, round to the greatest place value, which is the 7 in the tens place. Look to the right and underline it, it's an 8. 8 is going to follow the rule 5 through 9, add 1 to the game. 7 plus 1 is 8. Okay, now when I go to write this 8, I want to make sure I'm putting this 8 in the tens place, underneath the tens place. Remember, when writing these word problems horizontally, you need to line up the place values. The 7 is going to turn into an 8, and it's in the tens place. Well, this 0 is in the tens place, so I'm going to put it directly underneath that 0. All the digits to the right, which is just the 1, turn into zeros. Okay, now we can add, now we can subtract. We're not adding, we're subtracting. 0 minus 0 is 0. Okay, we cannot do 0 minus 8. We need to borrow. The 1 becomes a 0. This 0 becomes a 10. 10 minus 8 is 2. So, about how many cupcakes did Karen have left? She had about 20 left. All right, I have one more example. Okay, this one says Carla earned $1,802 for her school fundraiser. Raymond earned $498 for the same school fundraiser. About how much more money did Carla earn than Raymond? Okay, we see our words about. We know we have to round. We also see the words how much more than. How much more than lets us know we have to subtract. So we're going to round and then subtract. So let's take our first number, 1,802. Find the largest place value, circle the digit, look to the right and underline it. 5 through 9, add 1 to the game. The 1 becomes a 2. And everything to the right turns into zeros. Okay, our next number is 498. Okay, if we round to the largest place value, that is the 4, so we're going to circle the 4. Underline the digit to the right, it's a 9. 5 through 9, add 1 to the game. The 4 becomes a 5. Now, the 5 is in the hundreds place, so I need to make sure I line it up with the hundreds place in the number 2,000. All the digits to the right turn into zeros. Okay, we know, again, we are subtracting. How much more than tells us we need to subtract. 0 minus 0 is 0. 0 minus 0 is 0. Okay, now we have 0 minus 5. We cannot do that. This 0 needs to borrow. 2 becomes a 1. This 0 becomes a 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. And then 1 minus nothing is 1. We need to add our comma in. About how much more money did Carla earn than Raymond? She earned about 1,500 more.